In the top stories, police urge residents to keep current photos of their relatives and to travel with ID at all times. 10 injured in a collision in Blackrock, and CARIFTA athletes bring glory to Barbados. Welcome to Nation News from Monday, April 6, 2015. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
Police are appealing to residents to keep current photos of their loved ones in the event that they go missing. The call comes from Acting Inspector Stephen Griffith, who spoke to Nation News recently.
Though people in Barbados seem not to take a lot of photographs of themselves, I know that the younger persons do it, but we want everyone to try to have up-to-date photos of themselves at home. Sometimes we have missing persons, and we ask the family for an up-to-date photograph, and what we find is that the photograph they would give us is one which is a person very, very young, or you can hardly see the person clearly on the photograph. So we want persons to get up-to-date quality photographs just in case that it is required for the purpose of identification.
The crime prevention officer also urged members of the public to travel with some form of identification whenever they leave home.
Those who are leaving home should always have some form of identification on them. This is important because we find that sometimes we come upon persons and we want to inform their family members what has happened to them, but it's so difficult to find anyone to contact. It's important that everyone leave home with some form of identification so that we can, anyone, not only the police, but if they fell sick on the street or something happening, that people can identify quickly who they are.
10 people suffered injuries on Monday morning in an accident involving a route taxi and a car along Blackrock Main Road, St. Michael. 8 of the route taxi passengers were taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by ambulance, while both drivers sought private medical attention. The injured complained of pains about the body. The route taxi was driven by 35-year-old Derek Waterman of Monk Brevitor, St. Peter, while 42-year-old Junior Aline of St. Barnabas, St. Michael was the driver of the car. Police are investigating a robbery which occurred at the 6th Road St. Philip service station in the early hours of this morning. The manager was reportedly robbed of an undisclosed sum of money and his vehicle was stolen. He also received a gunshot injury to one of his feet. Police say investigations are ongoing and are at a delicate stage. Private sugarcane farmers say they are ready for Tuesday's start of the sugar harvest. However, Chairman of Barbados Sugar Industry Limited, Patrick Bethel, says the late start could mean more losses for cane growers. He explained that the longer the canes grow, the more it takes to produce a ton of sugar. Last year, Barbados produced just over 15,000 tons of sugar, and this year's yield is expected to be under 12,000. Some patrons of the annual Oysters Fish Festival say they are getting tired of the format of the event. Many of those who spoke to Nation News over the weekend said the festival has stagnated and there is a need for some new ideas. One man said it continues to be a good experience for children, but it needs to be improved in order to hold the attention of adults. Deputy Festival Chairman Dr. Dan Carter said he was satisfied that there were some new activities, although the event continues to center around the greasy pole and fish competitions. When students of Westbury Primary return to school in less than 3 weeks, they'll be greeted by brightly painted bathroom walls and newly installed fixtures. And they can thank the staff of Oran Limited, who did some sprucing up over the weekend. Operations Manager Justin Oran said the initiative was part of a wider plan to increase social engagement. In sport, Barbados captured 2 more gold medals at the CARIFTA Games in St. Kitts and Nevis on Sunday with comprehensive wins from Mary Fraser and Rivaldo Leacock. These victories brought Barbados' gold medal haul to 5 ahead of Monday's final session. Barbados also has 4 silver medals and 3 bronze. Moving from the track to the pool, Barbados appears on course for its 40-medal target in the CARIFTA Swimming Championships, which are being held locally at the Aquatic Centre. At the end of Sunday's final session, the home team had 22 medals. You can visit our Facebook page to see the results of the Monday's evening session. And finally, an attempt to break the record for the most Easter eggs in a single hunt turned into a chaotic mess in Sacramento on Sunday. Thousands turned out to search for about 500,000 Easter eggs, and while it may have been the largest hunt ever, it failed to break the record due to a technicality. Instead of waiting for the official start of the hunt, many children and adults rushed onto the field as soon as the eggs were put down, with parents pushing other people out of the way. The hunt didn't break the Guinness World Record because the eggs arrived just 2 days before the event. Guinness requires that they arrive 3 days before in order to get them officially certified. And that's Nation News for Monday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your Daily Nation on Tuesday or subscribe to our e-paper. Thank you so much for joining us.